Hey everybody, today on Active Self-Protection Extra, I want to talk to you about ballistics gel and why I believe that shooting at groceries is a bad idea. Mountain Man Medical has comprehensive but compact trauma kits with name brand quality components. They also have discounts available for firearms instructors, teachers, veterans, and others. Please go check them out at get-asp.com/mountainman and thank them for sponsoring today's video. So you're gonna see here on Extra, I have invested some money in some clear ballistics gel and we're gonna do a bunch. You're gonna see me and my friend Matt Hott do a whole bunch of ballistics gel testing on shotgun rounds soon. You're gonna see some rifle rounds, we'll do pistol rounds. So you're gonna see a whole bunch of this coming up. What you have here is a brand new block of gel that is fresh from the factory, and then you have a gel mold that I have remolded, so you can see it's a little smoky. It's not quite as cool, but you can remold these a few times. So I know people are going to take that intro and they're going to say, John, wait a minute, you want to have a fight with Paul Harrell. I don't have any problems in the world with Paul Harrell. He's so soothing to listen to. He's like Bob Ross, you know. It's like watching Bob Ross paint a painting. It's like you just sit there enthralled. Same thing. I think that that's great and fine. But I don't like the meat target. So let's say this in the Gunternet world, you can disagree with something somebody does and still like them just fine as a person and still be perfectly okay with them. Everybody catch that? Are we cool? All right, cool. I don't like the meat target, and I'll tell you why I don't like the meat target. And to do that, I have to give you a little bit of understanding about how ballistics gel actually works, because I see so much misunderstanding of actual ballistics gel. People look at ballistics gel and they go, but John, I'm not that thick, and this doesn't have bones in it, and it doesn't have skin in it, and it doesn't have organs in it, and so it's not a real human. Guys, this isn't designed to be a real human. It's designed to be a repeatable medium. It's designed to be something that we can test to say, okay, wait a minute, round A, I get so much penetration, so much expansion, so many wound channels, and this is what that looks like. Round B, I get a different thing, and I have a very repeatable medium to do that. Now, in ballistics gel, the FBI protocols do put various media in front of the ballistics gel in order to test barrier penetration on handgun rounds in particular, because the FBI is really concerned with handgun rounds. And so you'll see they have steel and windshield glass and all those things. The one that really kind of is the best for what we do is either the heavy denim test or the heavy clothing test. And the reason for that is what we do, what the FBI really did is they shot a whole bunch of rounds into gel, and they continue to shoot rounds into gel. And what they do is then they then look at, okay, when we see real life performances of that round, what kind of penetration, what kind of expansion correlates to good outcomes in the field? What do we see that actually works and what doesn't? And what they find is that anywhere between 12 and 18 inches of penetration, so this is actually a 16-inch block of gel, so like 12 is like right here, 18 is being to a second block of gel, and the largest expansion is what they find is the best. Now what they really find is 15 to 18 inches of penetration is the very best. Now I will say that they're not talking about this synthetic gel when they do that. They are talking about organic 10% gelatin. It's a very particular thing that is incredibly expensive to make. You would never do it at home. This stuff is affordable, and what the cool things that Clear Ballistics does, I have no affiliation with them. I bought these blocks retail. They had a sale going, and I have 5 blocks out here today, is they tell you, here's where we molded it, and then they do the FBI test, and one of the things that you can see here is it says, here is what we did that day. And what the FBI spec is, if you read it, is that when they fire, the calibration of ballistics gelatin fire at a 177 steel BB at 590 feet per second into the gelatin with a total penetration between 2.95 and 3.74 inches. And this particular gel that we are shooting was 3.25 inches. Okay, cool. So that's right in the middle. So this stuff is workable and good. And again, this is what Lucky Gunner used on all their tests, and it's a little warmer today. It's maybe more humid and those things, so that'll affect things a little bit, but it gives us at least a repeatable medium. And the challenge that I have with Groceries is it's just not a repeatable medium. So you might say, well, we had, you know, so many layers of this felt and then some pork ribs. Well, of course, the pork ribs are not covered in skin, and live human skin is different than dead. And even if you put the skin on there, the way that live tissue reacts to things is different than what dead tissue does, plain and simple. And how long have the bones been sitting there? How long have they been cold? What temperature are they? Now then, we get air between the felt and the ribs. And so now you have differing mediums, whereas you may not have that in a person. Then you go from the ribs to whatever it was, an orange or something like that. And again, I get some air between them, so I'm changing mediums. What density are those oranges at? What consistency are they? What water percentage are they? We don't have any idea of any of that stuff. Then we put more ribs on the back, we put some t-shirts on it, we put some clothes on it. So really what the problem is you can't get any repeatability out of that. It might look cool, like going to the range and shooting a watermelon looks cool and explodes a watermelon and the kids all go, ooh, but it doesn't give you any repeatability. I can't see and say, how did this round do compared to that round with anything resembling any kind of repeatability? Since I'm an evidence-based defensive trainer, I want repeatability. I want to look for evidence, not anecdotes. And so this is why we're going to use these, not that. Now, again, I'm not trying to pick a fight with Paul, okay? I'm not this, there's none of this. I see this on the gunner net all the time, that these YouTubers on the gunner net are like, yo, I want to pick a fight with this other guy. I'm not picking a fight with Paul in any capacity, okay? Like I say, his videos they're very soothing to watch. I disagree with some of his technique. I think that maybe he could, you know, change a way he does a few things, but that's irrelevant, okay? He's allowed to have his audience and do things his way. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. But this, we're gonna go with ballistics gel, and ballistics gel is important to us because, again, repeatable medium. It's not designed to mimic a human being. It's designed to give us a repeatable medium so that then we can compare how it does and choose from that repeatable evidence-based approach.